A chill crawled up my spine. I turned. The fridge stood open, cold air spilling out. But it wasn't just the fridge. The lights flickered, and an unnatural frost gripped the air. I felt something behind me. Something breathing against my neck. The lights flashed back on. The cold receded. I bolted for the door, but the clerk called after me. I had walked out without paying. My mind was a tangled mess of panic, but I shoved a handful of cash into his hands and ran. At home, my apartment overlooked the streets below, a neon-lit maze I had once found comfort in. But that night, the lights felt dimmer, the shadows deeper. As I climbed the stairs, my heart pounded. I kept my eyes trained ahead, determined not to look anywhere but forward. And then I saw her. She stood at the end of the corridor, waiting. The same faceless woman, her white gown hanging loose over her frame. The overhead lights flickered, and in their stuttering glow, I saw her head tilt slightly to the side. Then her face split open. A long, gaping slit where a mouth should be. A whisper seeped from her throat, words I didn't understand. I moved. I didn't run, not yet, but I moved. My apartment was just a few doors down. If I could make it inside, if I could just shut the door between us, then maybe I'd be safe. She didn't chase me. That was somehow worse. I slipped inside and locked the door. The apartment was silent except for my ragged breaths. But then, slowly, I heard it, the sound of footsteps outside. A soft knock. A voice murmuring in a language I could not understand. I curled up on my bed, waiting for dawn. When the first light crept through my curtains, I dared to move again. My phone buzzed. A message from my daughter. Why does that sound like a goodbye? I stared at the screen, confused. I hadn't sent her anything. But when I checked, my apology was there. The one I had drafted and never sent. I wanted to answer her. I wanted to say something, anything. But the weight of my own failures settled over me like a second skin. Instead, I showered, dressed, and left for work. Follow for part 3.